Folks, we're back. It's Saturday morning, September 30th, 2017. We're headed back out towards the Dahlonega area, Georgia, of course. We're going to be at a creek doing some crevicing right outside of the city of Hellen, Georgia. Pretty little German town. Great place to get a drink, especially next month. Oh, Oktoberfest starting tomorrow. I might just have to make a stop up there. Ooh, I may not get much work done this weekend. But we're going to show you all the tools of the trade when it comes to crevicing. And a lot of tricks that even some of you old timers don't know. But we'll just see how things go, and hopefully we'll get a lot of gold. I did last time. And boy, crevicing, it's the way to go. It's the least amount of work for the most amount of gold. Well, see you out on the creek. So all the time you hear people talking about how gold is where you find it, or gold is where it's been found before. Let me tell you the story of how that works. I'm in the middle of an old 1700s era hydraulic mine. Now this property here has been mined left to right. This is a tailings pile right here. Now I want you to take a look. That's bedrock. Bedrock. So, I'm incorrect. That is not a tailings pile. However, you come just right down here and look what we got. Nothing but rounded rocks everywhere. Now these got put here by the miners. This was stuff they went through. And their processing ability was nothing like what we have today. They missed a bunch. When I say a bunch, folks, I'm talking, you'll find nuggets, pickers, small nuggets, pickers, all kinds of stuff in here. You just got to hope that they were that negligent at their job. But it's all through here. This is a hill deposit, folks, and we'll talk about that because that's going to be one whole episode, definitely, because you really need to know what a hill deposit is. If you got gold in your area, you need to know about hill deposits because that's where the gold is. And if there's a river, there's a hill deposit. We're down here at the creek. We're on private property outside of Hellen, Georgia. And I'm going to show you some of the tools needed for crevicing. I'm here over a big chunk of bedrock. Oh, it goes for about maybe 20 feet, 8 to 10 foot wide, and all kinds of what I call backdraft pockets. These are little places like this that my fingers can actually go back into, if you can see that. Now, these backdraft pockets, they catch a lot of gold. I've always done very well on them. Now I got me a good little backdraft pocket here I want to search. It's just after the inside of the bend. All kinds of turbulence taken down here to the low pressure area where this thing is. And I went in there. I put a little bit of tubing to bring some clean water in, try to clean out all that silt I stirred up, getting the overburden out. And it's getting pretty close. And we'll get the underwater camera in there and let you guys take a peek. Now, here are the tools that you typically need. And it's not many. A little pry bar, little garden trowel, another type of pry bar here, a little knife type garden trowel with just a little bit of a concaveness to it, gives a good point. And then this thing, I found it works real good at getting the rocks out, the wedged in rocks. Now my wife found that at a dollar store or garage sale or something, and she looked at it and said, now that would be a good crevicing tool. Boy, I've trained my wife right. God bless you, Tammy. Now here's the most important part about crevicing, at least wet crevicing, a sucker tube. Now what this is, it's an old water blaster or water cannon. I've had this thing, God, going on 12 years now, maybe 10 years. But I took the nozzle on it, which was 1/4 inch, and would throw a hell of a little stream of water. And I drilled into it and made it 3/8 to where it would fit this 3/8 inch tubing. Now I slide that tubing in about an inch in, a good 1.5 inches. And then it acts like a sucker tube, or like a sucker bottle, like you would snuff the gold out of your pan with. It won't spit the gold back out. It'll spit the water and some silt, but rarely will it spit the gold. But I still spit it right back out into that pan and that classifier, and see what I get. So now I've got this hole pretty cleaned out. The water's running clean. And we're going to see what's in there. And if this is what I think it is, if this is truly untouched, then I might have me something good. And it sounds like I'm sucking air pretty bad. What's going on here? Okay, there we go. I hadn't used this thing this year, so we'll see. It may not work for me. There we go. I hear material coming up now. Now I've already gone in there and got all the big rocks I could get. There's a few more jammed in that I'll have to use the tools for. But for now, just keep pulling material out. And I'm telling you guys, this is the easiest work for the most amount of gold. You've got to have the right tools, and this one's critical, especially for these backdraft holes. Some of these holes, kind of like this one, can get real tiny. And your 1-inch sucker tubes, like most people build, ain't going to cut it. Okay, let's see if I can show you what this sucker tube does. I've got the sucker part pulled out. There it is right there. So now what I need to do is empty this material, which isn't going to pour real well right now. And I can't put water in it with just one hand. I took a closer look, started moving some material around, and let me show you something. It's just the way I found it. I put it back just for spite. Right there, my friends. That is either a large picker or a small nugget, whatever you want to call it. So we're in good gold. We're going to keep looking. I want to know what's in there. If that's in the classifier, there's a bunch in there. Gotta be. So guess what? There it goes. Right in. We'll pull it out later. Kind of hard to pan out something that big. Okay, so here's what we're looking at. It's looking pretty damn good. I'm seeing a solid line of gold there. Lots of coarse, lots of fine, but that big one, she's still there. She's looking good. But all this here, yeah, that's a good line of gold. Let's see if I can get that to spread. And I ain't not dumping any of this sand. But, yeah, there you go. Let's get the glare off. I see all kinds of spider eyes in there and coarse gold. And big picker, small nugget, whatever you want to call it. We're looking good, folks. I like this gold.